am I tired after Sunday? Wow. We had a wonderful fall event at church yesterday afternoon. I told you about some of it yesterday. It was 4 to 7, and I got back there about 3:45, and a friend of mine was there from church and was sitting on the grass and called me over, so I sat with him and we talked for over an hour. They used to live here and then they moved, and they've been gone about 2 years, and now we're back, and so we had all that 2 years to catch up on. I used to teach. He has 4 kids, him and his wife. They're all teenagers now, but I used to teach 2 of their kids, a boy and a girl. The boy is now 19. So anyway, that was nice. And then we went inside the church to the fellowship hall to get some, I got unsweet tea. I think he got Diet Coke, and eat a little bit. His wife made homemade pupusas for the church. They're Mexican family. Pupusa is a food from El Salvador, and I've kind of stayed away from that because of the carbs. But yesterday I didn't have breakfast or lunch, and so by the time I got back there, I was hungry, and I thought, well, 2 pupusas will be good enough for me, and that's all I had. They had so much other foods, but I didn't have nothing, and I didn't have no dessert. And I guess I left there about 8:45. I stayed after to help clean up a little bit. They had people sweeping and mopping and washing the bathrooms and taking out the trash. What I did was took the tablecloths off the tables and threw them away. They were thin plastic ones, just what you use for one time. I did that, and I straightened out chairs, and I brought in some folding chairs that were outside that we use inside. Went around just picking up like that. And I was tired when I got home. But it was good. We had 125 visitors. That includes children. And how we know is my pastor's wife had welcome cards at a welcome booth or table with a gift bag that had bottled water in it and some, I'm not sure what else it had, some other stuff that she was handing out to people, and if they'd fill out a welcome card, just to after tally up and see how many people came out, but also to reach back out to these people the next time we have an event. We try to have an event once a month. It's not always at the church, and it's not always food and everything that we had yesterday. It's just always different. So that was neat. And there was a little mini petting zoo, a pony, a duck, 2 bunnies, a tortoise, and 2 goats. And kids were just loving that. I want to say this Premier Protein shakes. Whoops. I did have one of these yesterday morning, and I'm having this one this morning. It's about halfway, but you know who you are, and I want to thank you again. I have a subscriber that's become a friend, her and her husband, and they live in my general area. And a few months ago, they had, several months ago, they had brought me a case of this, dropped it off at my place, and it's only 1 gram of sugar. And then she has put this on an Amazon automatic delivery thing. So like every, I think 3 weeks or 4 weeks, a box comes with these. And of course we have each other's phone numbers, and I text her and thank her every time a box comes, and we try to keep in touch. But I wanted to thank her and tell you that this has been just wonderful, because I'm not a breakfast eater. I was trying to do better, having like a couple scrambled eggs or a couple hard-boiled eggs, just something in my stomach in the morning. I've kind of gotten away from it, but this really helps. I think her daughter studied nutrition or something and said that these were really good. And then I showed a bottle of this to my diabetes doctor, and she said that this is wonderful. She encouraged me. So thank you, and maybe anyone out there could try this. What else can I tell you? What else can I tell you? Oh, I went, don't have a napkin, do I? I went yesterday afternoon. I think that's when I called you up, just to see if my video would upload. In between getting out of church from the morning service and then wanting to go back for that fall event, I went to, the animals were out of food. So I went to Tractor Supply. The bag is here, 50-pound bag of chicken lay pellets. They helped me put this in my car. I can't lift 50 pounds. And then I open it up when I get home, and I scoop a bunch out and put in that aluminum can. And when this bag gets to where I can get it out of the car, then I dump it into the aluminum can. But I also got, I didn't want to go to Walmart. I didn't want to be going to a bunch of stores, So I didn't want to run up to Walmart to get Sadie her Caesar food. So I was looking at Tractor Supply. Of course, they sell dog food. And they had it, but it was more expensive than at Walmart. So I found a better deal, and I think maybe it's even a better food now, if I can think of it. Oh, what is it? It's in a can. Is it Blue Buffalo? Blue something. And it's lamb, which is very good for dogs. Lamb and vegetables. And it was $2 something for a can. And I picked up 3. And when I got to the register, I had some points at Tractor Supply. It takes me forever to earn up any points there, because all I ever buy there is the chicken pellets, and I don't always buy it there. Sometimes I go to Garland, to the feed store. Why am I putting my hand in that chicken feed? And so anyway, the lady said, oh, you have enough points to get 20% off. So, hallelujah. Got 20% off my total. And I took half of the can and put it in Sadie's bowl, and I usually always add water to her food just to make sure she's getting some extra water. I don't always see her drinking, so. And I scrambled up an egg and added that to it. And loved it. And so this might be the new food that I buy her, because I'm thinking I'm getting a better deal. Oh Lord, this. Jesus, yep. These two cars in that other lane were speeding. The speed limit is 40. And I thought there was a cop pulled over there. And sure enough, there was. And as soon as those two cars saw it, they slammed on their brakes. It made me slam on my brakes, and I wasn't even speeding. Oh, there's all the firemen out there. Looks like they're practicing. They're acting like they're at the door of the fire department, all in their gear. The last event that we had at church, that we hosted for the community, we have several fire departments in our community, and one of the fire departments came, so the kids could see the big red truck and all that. There's a fly in here. I put this window, cracked it open, and he went over to that window. Oh, you're still here. I'll tell you, I was up 2 nights in a row just because I couldn't get comfortable enough to sleep. And so I spent some of that time, of course, praying and reading my Bible and crocheting. But then I thought, I'm just going to mess with this phone. And that's where I deleted many emails that I call them email threads. You email me, I email you, and back and forth and back and forth. And ever since I deleted that and some other stuff, it looks like I freed up space. I was just telling another subscriber who's a friend but not local. She calls me every now and then, talks about yarn and the state that she's in. I used to have family that they've died, but they used to live in that state, so sometimes we'll talk about that state. Anyway, she called a few days ago, and oh boy, you just wait. You just wait. She has something really big that she's sending me, but it would cost $1 million to mail it. But she has a brother-in-law that drives trucks, and sometimes he's around here. And so her and him are trying to figure out when he's going to be around here and what city. I let her know I will not drive to Dallas, not even for what she has to give me. I just can't do it. And so we spent some time on the phone looking up local truck stops. And anyway, it's going to be exciting when it happens. Now, so we were talking, and I was telling her that young guy on that motorcycle, here in Texas, you don't have to wear a helmet. I think if you're over 21. Isn't that ridiculous? I mean, anyone knows about head injuries, brain injuries, neck injuries. I don't understand it. Well, when she called, I was talking about the phone. She said she, hadn't been able to see some of my recent videos because of work. I said, don't even bother. And I was telling her all about the phone. And I said, I've really missed being able to make videos, call up my friends on YouTube. It's not that I'm not addicted to YouTube. Believe me, I told her I got lots to do. I got animals to tend to. I have lots of crocheting that needs to get done, lots of organizing. I'm busy with church. You know, I'm a Sunday school teacher. There's a lot of behind the scenes praying and planning that goes into teaching. Believe me, I'm not bored, and I don't need to be addicted to YouTube to be entertained. I enjoy it, and I'm thankful for all the connections I've made. And so I was telling her, you know, I've missed being able to call up. When I make a video, I call it CaLLin You Up. And now look, I'm able to call you up. I don't know where I was going with that. I got distracted. Oh, I'm aware that there's some new subscribers, but I'm very aware of one in particular because she has left me a comment. I haven't checked out her channel. Let's see. Her name is Lisa, and she's also here in Texas, but pretty far from me. You know, Texas is huge. And so I want to say thank you, Lisa, and welcome. Now, how does Lisa know me? Lisa knows me, this Lisa, from another person's channel who I can't think of the name. Her name is Rochelle, but her channel name, I cannot remember. It has her name in it. And one day I was just scrolling through lives, and she came up, this Rochelle, and she was cooking. And I stayed quiet, you know, I was watching what she was cooking, and of course people come in the chat and say all kinds of things, and boy, they seem to find her when she's live, and man, are they mean and nasty for no reason. And I was noticing, you know, those comments, and when she got a chance in between cooking, she'd look at the comments. And let me tell you something about Rochelle. She don't play around. She's not going to give you a warning. If you're in there and you're acting a hot mess, you're blocked. And so then I commented that I appreciate that she don't put up with no mess. You know, who wants to be involved with that kind of stuff? She don't play around. Now, she cooks very simple meals. She's made tacos. I missed her live, the part where she made homemade cheddar broccoli soup. I would have liked to have seen that. And she's made some other things I can't remember. But she also makes baskets, gift baskets. And that's the chicken food. She fills them with, she made some, I saw her make some for men with, I think, Dove body wash and Dove soap. And she makes a lot for ladies with the bath gloves, the bath mitts, and lip balm, maybe body wash. She makes them, you know, really nice. And she said she sells them at a market, and I think she takes orders, people that she knows from her church or wherever. I think they contact her when they're wanting one. Very nice person. And so anyway, Lisa is a moderator over there. And that's how I know Lisa. And then Lisa had to have clicked on my name and saw that I have a channel, a very wonky channel. And she's over here. She had subscribed, and I think that that's neat. That's wonderful, how we can all connect like that, you know. Okay, I'm going to let you go. This is up to 20 minutes, and if it does upload, it will take a while. I'm going to finish this shake. And I'll talk to you later, and I'll see if sometime today or this evening, if I can read. Today's the 20th, so we will be reading Proverbs chapter 20. Okay? I'll talk to you later.